We recorded. Fabulous. Okay. Now I need my little notes for that. This. Okay, so we're going to start with specifically how I'm growing on Instagram, what I'm specifically doing every single day. And I'm almost entirely focused on Instagram. Like today, this whole list of people that I made that I'm messaging, like doing the business reach outs, that is from Facebook. Because one thing I can't stand about Instagram is the story views expire after like 24 hours or something like that. So you got to be on that. Facebook's never expire. So I went back through over the weekend and went through like my big ones, and I always get more views when I travel. So anything that I had over like I went through my day and the one story of the day that had the most views, I went through all of those. And that's where this list came from. And my list was also anything's possible. My list is I don't care if I've talked to them before. Like if I see something in them, I'm gonna message them. And that's why there's like probably I have some names on the back too. These are product people only for various different reasons. These are business people. I between the two probably have at least 75 names. Okay. And trust me, I have messaged all of them about Plexus at one point. All of them. We're doing it again. But Instagram. So there's a bunch of things here. The first thing is my first task. This is my own personal goal, mind you. You guys get to pick what yours looks like. My first goal every single day, I'm literally every single day, is sending at least 30 cold messages. That's what they are. But the way I send it is not a weird, sleazy look at Plexus cold message. It's a, hey, I found your page. This is who I am. Do you want to be friends? That's pretty much what it is. So the first question is like, Michelle, where do you find those people? There's various different ways. Okay. You can follow a hashtag. The hashtag that I've been using lately is mom supporting moms. Okay. That's the hashtag I've been following lately. And like I go and I see, like, first I look at someone that's posted that has a post up and I look at their page. And the only thing I'm looking for, I don't know, I scan it and I just basically look at it. It's maybe 10 seconds of looking at their page. And I'm like, is it obvious that they're with another wellness company? Because I'm not going to message them if they are. Um, or like, have they post do they regularly post? If this is someone who hasn't posted since 2005, I'm not going to message them. Like that's just weird. Okay. So that's basically what I do. I just like, is this a good account to message? Boom, done. Sometimes I don't even look. I'll be totally honest with you. And then the magic here is I can do this really quickly because I have shortcuts saved into my phone. I'm not gonna also, if you don't have an iPhone, that it doesn't, I have no idea how to teach you. I'm not gonna spend my time teaching you how to do that today. Look it up. Like Google, like keyboard shortcuts for Android or iPhone or whatever, and you can figure out on your own. You guys are smart how to do that. But I have a key phrase that I type into my phone and it just boop, there's the message that I sent. My key phrase is basic intro. That's my key phrase, and it pops up this, and I'm going to screen share real quick. I can remember where that button is or find that button. Share.
I have some saved to my like notepad on my phone that I just copy and paste.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. But I found that like this is faster. This is so, and I have them all memorized, so it's so easy. So the first, I don't know
Because
how.
you're staying in the app. You're not
Uh-huh.
having to bounce back and forth
Well,
between your
usually when you have it copied, like it's copied, so you can just paste, 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 paste. But then I never have to worry about losing because sometimes it will just time out the copy and paste thing or various different things. And so I just have it done. Can you guys see this? What I pulled up?
Mhm.
Okay. So the first thing is like find the people. Okay. And then introduce yourself. So the message I send is, oh, I forgot to put here. Let me put a little note here. Um, comment on post. Let me say it. Post. Okay. So my introduction, and you're gonna have to make this you, okay? I will tell you, it took me a long time for me to make a message like this that felt really true and authentic to me. It's stupid how long it took me to figure it out. But mine says, I don't say hi lady, I put their name. My basic intro says hi lady. So if I accidentally send it, we're fine. We're fine. So I will say it's like, hi Hannah. I'm Michelle, a homeschooling functional health coach mom growing my Instagram and looking to connect with like-minded women, want to support each other. That's all I send. That's it. Okay. And then I go to their page, I go back to their page and I look at either their most recent post or like a recent post or recent reel, whatever, something recent. And I comment on it. So whatever, like, oh, that's so funny. How cute. The kids are adorable. Ha ha. Like whatever. I comment something super short and sweet. And then I say, messaged you. Because your message went to their filtered folder and they probably aren't going to see it unless you say, hey, by the way, I sent you a message. They're going to see that notification. Okay. So that's step one. Those are my cold messages. My goal is to send at least 30 of those a day. I found if I send much more than 30, I end up in Instagram jail. I think the sweet number might be 35, but I don't know. So that's step one. Okay, so then some of them will respond, some of them won't. Some of them, like I get messages like a month or 2 or 3 later, and they're like, "Hey, I just found this. You got put in a weird folder." So some mornings I wake up to 15 messages back, and some mornings I wake up to like 5. Oh, by the way, I usually do this while my kids are falling asleep in bed, and it takes me about 20 minutes. Okay. So when they message me back, I have an auto-populated of what I send back, saved in my keyboards. And it says, yay, excited to get to know you. Tell me about whatever their name is. I always edit that. Every once in a while I forget, and I had someone message me back and say, who's Heather? And I was like, I don't know. That's a great question. Apparently you're supposed to tell me, how is Heather? But really, how are you? Yeah, I tried to make it funny and she never responded. That was a good one. And then I say, like, who is she in a nutshell? So I'm trying to just get them to tell me about themselves. A lot of people that I message think that we're doing this follow for follow thing because that's the thing. And I'm like, no, I actually want to get to know you. I want to have a conversation. So sometimes people don't respond to this, but this question also really gets you knowing to know people, right? Like, who are you? And I say in a nutshell because I don't need their life story. I'm like, give me some generic thing. And from there, we just have a conversation. Like they usually ask me about myself. I do have actually.
That reminds me of Amber Miller. Amber Miller when she was copy and pasting and sent the guy.
Oh, how's your breastfeeding journey? Yeah. Yeah.
So even diamonds make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. It happens to everyone. So they'll respond, tell me a little about themselves, whatever. Sometimes they'll ask me about me, sometimes they won't. I don't care one way or another. I have a saved, basically a copy and paste of this is Michelle in a nutshell. So they tell me a little bit about themselves. I respond to that and ask them a question to try and keep the conversation, right? We're trying to get to know each other. And if they ask me about like, what about you? Who are you? This is what I sent. I'm going to put this in like a PDF to send to you guys too. You obviously will have to update this because you're not going to be like, I'm a girl mom of 2 because none of you are a girl mom to 2. And none of you are homeschooling family. Like you're going to completely edit this and make this about you. I'm pretty sure I use ChatGPT to help me make this too. So there's also that. So this is just kind of that basic, let's get to know each other. And either in the getting to know each other, whatever, they'll sometimes give me a pain point where I'm like, hey, I actually I'm messaging with a lot of UGC people, I'm very specifically targeting them, to be honest with you, because they're trying to create content and earn money. Fabulous. Plexus fits that so stinking well. So they might be like, hey, I'm trying to create content to make money here. I'm like, oh, I actually help people make money on social media. Would you want to see what that looks like? Whether it's come up or not, I have this memorized. So I send a voice message in my ask. I always send it as a voice message. And I have probably already sent them a voice message in our conversation too, to have that connection. But if I haven't, then I do it. So if they've given me a reason to message them or not, I, at some point, ask them. And the voice message I have memorized is, I'm not sure if this would be for you or not, because but I thought of you because, and then I insert whatever. Like a really easy one, no matter what, it's just like you seem so authentic and real. And I just really enjoyed getting
baby.
to know you. That's really easy to say, right? So what I do is I help women generate income through the wellness space, and we focus on things like gut health, energy, mood, sleep, hormones, inflammation, healthy weight, all the things out there. And I had a feeling that you would be someone that would want to take a peek at this. I super curious how you would feel about learning more. Okay, I didn't even read that. I have it memorized. And it sounds a little bit different every time. Obviously, I had to say it a whole bunch of times to have that memorized and to be able to do that, but I've messaged this multiple times a day. So that is basically, I have a simple ask that I give them. If they don't respond within a day or two or whatever, then I have a follow-up message that I have, and this is also it's saved in my keyboard, so I have a quick little, I just type in the shortcut and this pops up and it says, "Hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what I shared above, wondering if it might be worth at least taking a peek at to see if it could help support you physically or financially. The products I work with also come with a 6-day money-back promise, so it's risk-free to experience for yourself." I will tell you, I get a lot of people that respond after that follow-up like, "Hey, I got busy. I saw your message. I didn't get a chance to get back to you. I'm super curious. Let's talk, whatever." Okay? Or just like, "Hey, I hadn't had a chance. I just got your message. We've been really busy." That kind of thing. So this is why I follow up. If they say no to the business, or whatever, if they just say no, this is once again, my shortcut. I just type it in, my follow-up right there. That's it. That's what I send. So totally understand. And honestly, even if the business side isn't something you're interested, that's okay. A huge part of what I do is simply helping people feel better. So if you're ever dealing with things like low energy, bloating, hormones, cravings, sleep, gut issues, or just feeling off, I'd be happy to chat to see if I can point you in the right direction. I don't think I've actually had anyone say like, "Oh yeah, I actually am dealing with blah blah blah" from this message, but to me it's just about keeping the door open, right? It's not necessarily, I'm not trying to save them because I have already mentioned the products twice, really, in my last messages. It's just kind of keeping that door open. And people are always like, "Thanks so much, I'll keep that in mind." That's usually what I get back. If they say yes, like, "Yes, I'm super curious, let's talk more." I basically say, "What made you interested when I reached out?" Because I have found that a lot of people are actually gravitating towards the fact that I said, like, "This helps with hormones." And they're like, "I'm really struggling with my hormones." When I'm like, "Oh, I kind of opened that up as a business question, but you want hormones." Okay. So we want to like kind of pre-qualify and figure out what they're actually interested in because you're going to then get them information for that. If they don't say that they're interested in making money, you're not going to start being like, "Oh, this is how you make $300 and this is the compensation plan and let me send you a video." And we're not going to do that, right? And we're not going to do that because Michelle's made the mistake and just sent random crap and never heard back. Okay? So we're learning as we go. Um, and so I kind of go from there. If they're interested in products, I ask them if they want the science side or if they want to hear incredible stories of how it's helped people. That has been a really good clarifying question for me so I can speak to their pain points in the way that speaks to them. Because I had people say science is boring. I just want to know that it works. I've literally had that message. Okay. But I also have the people that are like, I want to know how it works. I don't care about what is done for people. How does it work? What are the ingredients? Those are people like me. Okay. So that's something that I ask. If they are like, I'm really curious how you make money. This is something that I'm just switching to. You guys, yeah. I'm getting them on the call and I try, and if they're just like, "I want to know how you make money," I kind of want to get a little bit of like, I kind of ask what you're curious about to figure out if it's someone that I actually want to get a call on and not waste my time. I don't want to waste my time, right? Spend my time on. So if they are like, they are not someone that's actually going to invest and show up for themselves or anything along those lines, I don't really want to spend 20 to 30 minutes on a call with them. I'm just going to send them some basic information some graphics and stuff, right? So that's the snippet. Um, something hopefully my phone doesn't die during this. Something else I want to show you. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Pause. How do I stop? Wait, there used to be a button up top. Nope, don't see it. If I just pause it, oh, stop. There, it's on the bottom. Found it. Okay, there. Let me see if you guys can. Okay, you can kind of see it. I'm gonna try.
the ones along the top.
Yeah, okay. So there's folders. There's a primary folder and a general folder. The request you don't have to worry about. So when I have someone that they responded to my tell me about you in a nutshell, basically, or we start having a good conversation, I move them to my general folder because my primary folder gets real bogged up. I told you I'm sending 30 cold messages a day. It gets really bogged up with that. So if I'm trying to find someone, I'm going to be scrolling. And with how Instagram works with like handles and that kind of stuff, I don't remember people's names. I don't remember their handles or their names or any of the things. Okay. So that is something that I do is so I can try and keep track of the people that I'm actually having conversation with that might be interested, that I want to talk to, that I need to like are gonna order. I move them to my general folder. And let me see. Let me open you can do like you go to this is a message with somebody. If you click their name, chat controls, you click on chat controls and you move to general. And you just click move. Okay? So that's how you would do that. You're gonna learn this as you go. The next thing that is like life-saving. So on Instagram, you can label your messages. Okay? So this little guy right here, top right,
Yep,
that's a
just found it.
label.
Uh-huh.
You gotta turn the brightness down.
I know. But
So
yeah.
there's a oops, I don't want to click on that. There's a whole bunch of different label options of flag, booked, lead, ordered, paid, shipped. So I have a system where this is just what I've decided. If we're having a good conversation and I want to ask them about Plexus, I've decided I have pre-qualified them. I'm going to ask them about Plexus. They're labeled booked. Okay. After I've asked someone about Plexus, they go under shipped. That is just like I asked them, I sent them a message because that's where I go to follow up. Because you can filter, like I go to my general folder and I can filter by booked, by shipped, by whatever. So the days that I'm doing my follow-ups, I just go to the label shipped and I can go down and just send that message out super, super fast. Okay. If they have said, yes, tell me more, they're a lead. If they ordered, they go under ordered. That's one of the labels. So then like it's really easy. Like I don't do this on Instagram. I do not have like anything written down. It's just on my phone. The one really frustrating part is messages on Instagram can get real messed up sometimes. And it just decides not when it's going to show you certain things and not show you certain things. That's the annoying part. But that is a big piece. And that is also part of why I move people to general. The general folder too is because it will sometimes Instagram only wants to show you, the last 24 hours of your messages, not the last 7 days of messages. So when I go to filter, it won't necessarily show me what I want to see.
Can you go over what's the follow-up? It's just people that you've sent the message to? Sorry.
The follow-up is people that I have asked about Plexus and basically sent the like, not sure if you would be interested, but this is what I do message.
Okay.
So then I mark them, I use shipped. That's just the method that's just the folder, the label, whatever I've put on them. And so then I can filter from that. But I also will filter of the booked, the people that I want to ask. And I'll go through those like every day. I go through those filters. And if I feel like I need to get into that conversation a little bit more, I'll go to their stories or I'll send them another message or whatever. But if I'm like, you know what, I feel like doing a lot of ask today, I'm ready to rip off that band-aid and ask a crap ton of people, I just go to booked and I just message down really quickly. Okay. So this is about being like, work smarter, not harder, right? So that's pretty much it. That is basically what I'm doing on Instagram. I feel like I hit everything. Oh, something about like when you're trying to find people. So you can do it through hashtags. Something I'll do sometimes too is when I find someone's profile that I'm like really jiving with, I'll do this with like runners or personal trainers, those kinds of people a lot. Surprise, surprise. Like find your niche. That's part of my niche, right? I will go to their page and start looking at the people that are commenting on their page or the people that are following them, the people I also actually really like to do the people that have liked their posts. I just look at who's liked it. Like, oh, that post has 50 likes. Who's liking it? So that's where I'll find people too. I think there's a lot of ways to find people on Instagram. You just kind of have to like start figuring out your system. Okay. Like the mom supporting moms has just been a hashtag that I stumbled upon that I was like, this is gold. All of these people are trying to support other moms and wanting moms to support them. Fabulous. Sold. But in following that hashtag, I found all of these other, we got 10 minutes, all of these other accounts to follow too. Or to message. Oh, I don't follow them until they message me back either. If they don't respond to my message, I do not follow them. Okay, just a FYI, you can follow them. That's just something I try to keep the people I'm following limited because I want to follow the right people and interact with the right people. Okay, so that's the Instagram thing. Liz, I sent it in the Anchor chat. I didn't send it to you specifically. So I'll get it to you. There was a call last week that Two Diamonds ran, and they're two of my favorite diamonds. They're freaking powerhouses. It's called Mastermind. The call is an hour and almost 40 minutes. I'm going to be straight with you. It is complete fire and heat, and thank you for 2X. But I also have probably spent 3 hours listening to that call with my repeating it. So a snippet of what we're doing. This is what I want all three of you doing. We're gonna like guinea pig this, and I'm like, worst thing that happens is people don't order. Best thing that happens, like let's start a gold rush. That's what it's called. I almost said a gold mine. Liz, I think this is going to be really big for you too with your messaging. So you're gonna need to watch the video because I have like 8 minutes to go over this and there's only so much. Basically, what you're gonna do is when you have someone you want to reach out to about the business, you're gonna put me in a three-way message and you're gonna do your reach out in the three-way message. Okay. And I am going to reach out in that three-way message. So this is third-party validation essentially, where you're going to be like, hey, it's going to be the business messages from it are basically like pouring into them like, hey, I see incredible things. I see your heart. I see your heart, your work ethic, all of the things. This is what I am building. This is what I am doing. And I would love for you to be a part of it if you're open to it. I brought my friend Michelle in here. She is my mentor. She's the one who's been helping me. She's created a 6-figure business. And when you say yes to joining us on this journey, you get both of us. It's 2 for the price of 1. Like we're a package deal. And I know you will be successful with the 2 of us here. And you're going to just basically say like my message to someone is going to be so different like than yours, Liz and Kara and Joy. Like we're all going to have a different message of what we're doing here, what our vision is, what we're working towards, what we see for the person. But that three-way message, we're not asking for permission. We're just making it. I feel like someone that's been ghosting you is going to end up going in there and listening because they're like, what is this group message that I'm in? Right? Like that alone is going to get them to read it. They might have not looked at any of the things you've been sending them. But also they're going to have 2 people coming in and pouring into them and hearing, oh, wow, like this person sees stuff in me. That's amazing. That was so beautiful. They took the time to send me a voice message about themselves. This message should be like 2 minutes or less, by the way. Your reach out should be 2 minutes or less. The like putting them in a three-way should be 2 minutes or less. We don't need to be telling them our entire life story. Right? My messages that I've been sending have been like 1 to 1.5 minutes, just so you guys know. The ones I've been sending today. I don't have an upline to go into through a message with, so it's just the Michelle show. But you guys do. You're welcome. So that is what we're going to be working on, is getting into those through messages. Liz, for you, you have to like, let's find some people, but like, let's also keep that open mind of like, who could we revisit? And I like, bring me into that message. If they don't respond, they don't respond. If they do, awesome, amazing. Let's have conversation. And then basically, if they are in any way open to the business, we're going to get them onto a call. And here's the thing too, of like, if you can't necessarily be on the call or I can't necessarily be on the call, we want to get them on a call as quickly as possible. Sense of urgency. But since we're putting them into a three-way message, they can end up maybe on a call with just me, or maybe on a call with just you, like whatever that looks like. Liz, you know that I've got you, sis. We'll end up doing them together, kind of thing. But that's something like we're working together in this, right? We're rowing the boat together. You're not on the island by yourself. And they're going to see that. That is going to be so inspiring of seeing, oh, look at these other people showing up. Like, look at the support that's here. Look at the systems that are in place here, those kinds of things. So that is basically the game plan that I'm honestly really excited about. I'm like all here for just doing something different and seeing what comes from it. Like, I love a 90-day plan that's totally different and out there. And yeah. So, does anyone have any questions?
Well, are you wanting, like, if you want to preface or like a warning, like, hey, I'm going to start this chat with so and so, or like just have it there and then, but like, okay, so here's my the tiny voice of being scared goes like, what if I say it and then it's just crickets? But I'm like, yeah, Michelle, I wanted to pop in this call with Michelle, because we both see this, incredible quality in you. And then it's just crickets because Michelle never pops in.
You know that I'm going to be popping in probably within like 15 minutes, right?
Okay. And also, I mean, probably don't even worry. Like, I want to do this with Haley, like we talked on the phone.
Yeah.
So
if there's something that you can do it is like, hey, this is who it is, and this is a little bit about them. Like, I can go to their page and see a little bit about them and pour into it too. I can also take some of what you said and just be like, yeah, Joy's been telling me a ton about you, and I'm really excited for you to to have this conversation. Like, I can drum someone up without knowing anything about them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So from listening to that call, I did go ahead and send voicemails, those about that, where you just edify and
yeah.
So
I love it. Yeah, that was like the 20 or whatever that I got off today. That's what I was doing, was just I was pretty much just pouring into them. Like, hey, I came back. I'm super excited for the future. It's amazing. I see this and this and this for you. Would you be open to a conversation? That's pretty much what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. We got 2 minutes. Anyone else? Awesome. Okay. I'm going to